for Trish, like, make up your mind. Where's the fucking compassion? I stop.
So to give you guys a recap, basically there are two YouTubers, Trisha Paytas and Ethan Klein from H3H3. Both of them have been in the sphere for a very, very long time. Ethan is incredibly respected by most people, I would say, for the most part. He's pretty respected, unless you're like a Keemstar fan. Also, if you're new here, I basically find interesting things online, curate them, my producer puts them together, and then I'm blindly reacting to it. I've never seen any of this before, okay? But then Trisha Paytas on the other side has had a rocky, ups and down YouTube career, lots of friends with big creators like Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star, to James Charles, to suddenly not being friends with them, to like all out wars with Gabby Hanna. Lots and lots of drama around Trisha, but also, let's be honest here, I've been watching Ethan Klein for a while. There's lots and lots of drama around Ethan because Ethan is smart and he's very, very good at what he does and he makes great content. But I believe that Ethan is a little bit of a petty man. And let's stop pretending that he's not. Ethan is winning today. Ethan and Trisha came together as an unlikely duo and they created a podcast together. Within a couple of months, or actually a couple of weeks, this was the biggest podcast on YouTube. 2-3 million views, probably $50,000 per sponsored ad. These making $250,000 per episode, if not more. After a couple months, Trisha abruptly leaves the show. And she says all these problems were happening, all these things, all this drama. And it's been going on for a month or two. If you want the deeper recap, you can check it out on YouTube. But let's look today at the text messages that Trisha Paytas leaked today. And then also her breakdown on Twitter, which just like, dude, you know, when people, I feel like for the most part, a lot of us are really sensitive when someone's having a breakdown. Even the Logan Paul guy the other day. I try to be conscious when I can tell somebody's just like freaking out, but like Trisha's constantly freaking out. So I watched 20 seconds of the video. We'll watch the whole thing here. But I did read this Reddit post and I was like, we're gonna review this really quick. I kind of am starting like leaving out some of the drama, but I just wanna talk about like these weird ass behaviors. So Trisha comes in and she says, wow, I am pleading for you to just stop. Please, I am pleading. This is not funny, any of it. It's actually distress. Please, I am begging you to just stop talking about me. Please. I tried calling you, Ethan. Please. Guys, if you guys haven't been up to date on this Frenemies stuff, I'm just gonna like put it out there myself. This is so fucking weird because for the past 2 months, this woman has been starting and stopping drama. Like she'll post a new video that's 30 minutes long talking about this person. She'll go on like an enemy's podcast and talk shit about him. She'll make random social media posts and random TikToks about them. She's been borderline harassing this guy for the past couple of months. And now you gonna pull out I'm pleading for you to just stop. Have you guys ever been in a situation before where somebody's starting something and then all of a sudden they're like, please stop hurting me. And you're like, yo, did you not see what you just did? So Trisha tries calling Ethan, right? When what is she gonna do? She's gonna record the call. He's gonna record the call. What Trisha wants to do is get away from words and facts and situations and thoughts, and she wants to inject emotion into it. She wants so badly to get on this phone call with Ethan so that she can, because she has no words, she has no more resources or things to say, which I've read the messages, but I think when we get to the video, you guys are gonna really see this whole, it's so wild. So then Ethan goes, anything you want to say in writing, please, right? Because he has to protect himself. He doesn't trust her. And she says, I am saying it. I am pleading for you to stop. Why can't you? This is just so mind-boggling. And then he said, okay, then no need for a phone. Yes, and guys, before this, I even said beforehand, Ethan is kind of a petty man. Ethan, he be fighting some online battles, but he's smart, he's a good producer, he knows what he's doing, and he is not fucking wrong. If you guys ever have to deal with somebody like this, do it exactly like Ethan did. Say, I want it in writing, clear and concise thoughts, no need for phone, let's keep the emotion to a minimum. And not in an emotion, in a manipulative way, it's so that we can make statements and say words that make sense. And she says, why can't you just leave me alone? Please. Everyone you talk about me, the more of this comes up. Bro, she's the one that's bringing it up 24/7. I think maybe we should just watch the video since we can't go through all of this. So the second part of the story that's kind of hard to explain is basically Trisha's dating this guy named Moses. And Moses is the brother of Ethan's wife. So these people are all kind of connected in some way through relationships. When this whole falling out happened, over time, some allegations started coming out about Moses that were pretty serious. Basically, the allegations against Moses, they said that he was a little bit predatory towards H3 fans. He was using fans of H3 as kind of his own personal pool of women to talk to. And there were several women that had DMs where they would like talk to Moses, but then he ended up picking Trisha Paytas. Now, I'm going to mention this because it's definitely going to come up. I'm not trying to confirm this. I'm not saying da-da-da-da-da. I'm just saying this is what was said allegedly per my attorneys. One of the statements from the people from the H3H3 subreddit said that Moses had a habit of stealthing, which is when you sleep with somebody and you take the condom off without telling them. And there were 2 people that mentioned this. And so that is just like, that is abysmal. That's what's getting out, right? And that's why Trisha is really starting to freak out, because Trisha kind of felt like she had won this whole thing. And then these girls start saying all this stuff. And so now Trisha just wants it to all go away. Everyone you talk about me, more of this comes up. Moses is being accused of rape. It's too much. You can record our call. I don't care. I'm sincerely begging for this to be over. Then Hila comes in. Hila is Ethan's wife, who's sick of Trisha's shit, okay? Hila says, my mom is having a mental breakdown and my whole family is basically broken down. Welcome to the club. You're not the only victim here. Start taking responsibilities for your own actions and stop blaming us for everything that's happening to you. And same for Moses, who is not in this chat, but I'm sure he's reading it. Hila, calling Trisha out for showing the text messages to Moses the whole time. This is another thing too. I'm so heated over this because I've dealt with so many of these in this industry. When somebody sends a thought out response like this, Hila is saying so much. She says, you are stressing my family. You're stressing my mother out. You are stressing my family out. I am stressed out. Welcome to the club, Trisha. You're not the only victim. You need to start taking responsibility. Look what you've done. Why are you blaming us? Moses should be paying attention. Stop sharing these messages with Moses. Hila made so many points in one text message. And immediately, this is Trisha's response. I stopped. Like, what are you, 5? When you type out a long text message and the person responds to you immediately, that tells you right there that that person is listening to respond, or listening to like respond rather than to understand. And dude, isn't that so offensive? God knows Hila and Ethan are hurting over this. And imagine like putting in like articulate thoughts and like really weighing in on it, and the response you get back is, I did. Like, what the point of typing all that? Jesus Christ. What Hila just said, which is really important, it just doesn't sink into Trisha. Hila says, little too late. Trisha says, please just do the same. It's not. It keeps going and going. It's gone. What do you want? Moses in jail for a crime he didn't commit? Being over dramatic, escalating. Hila says, sorry, you also don't get to tell us what to do. I'm not asking. I'm like pleading. And Ethan says, okay, so this is about Moses. Yeah, just focus. Yes, Lyndon said, just focused on their mind and what they want to say, not actually listening. So then Ethan finally pushes her on the Moses thing. How do you know that he didn't do it? And then Trisha said, if you guys ever texted me, he didn't. There's text. And Ethan said, how do you know? Oh, keeping it short and simple. I love it. And then she said, he has so many. Ethan said, I saw all of the texts. And then, oh my God, Trisha goes with the, wow, you guys know him. Honey, yes, Hila knows her brother more than you know the person you've been dating for like 2 years. Like, this is insane. This is like actually insane, dude. And then she goes to the you know me defense. Ethan said, I thought I did. I don't know him. I believe the victim. And then Trisha says, you are falsely accusing someone you know. You don't know this person. Oh my God. All right, last text. This one's my favorite. And then we're going to watch Trisha's video. Hila said, you are sending her hate nonstop. Think about what you're doing. Sending hate to the victim to try to defend Moses. Yep. Trisha said, I haven't said anything. Hila said, calling her a stalker. Imagine outing somebody, having text messages and proof that something happened, and then their girlfriend calls you a stalker. I think we saw a little bit of that in the Drake case as well. This is something we have to like call out. Like sometimes the wives of people that have been proven to have abuse. The girl that made charges against Drake, she took that up in court. She had text messages. She admitted into court. She did all that stuff. These girls are coming out and posting their messages with Moses, and they're real. So when somebody comes out and has a lot of like evidence, I hate to focus on evidence because we should believe people, right? But I'm saying in this particular situation, when somebody has a whole bunch of evidence and then the wife comes out and defends the accused abuser, of course she's gonna stand by him. Of course Trisha's going to defend Moses. Trisha's word means nothing here. It means nothing. She is the fiance of the person that is accused of like abusing people, and there's so much evidence. Ethan said, and you would do it if you actually cared about victims, you hypocrite. Shame on you. Shame on you both. I am so trembling with anger, disgust, shame, and sadness. Trisha said, what? People lie. People do. This is not a random case. This is someone you know. Ethan said, I thought it was. She said, your whole Reddit is saying I lied about being molested, but believe all victims, right? Why can't you leave this alone? Like it really is too far. Let me tell you guys about that one. In an H3H3 podcast, Trisha claimed that at one point she was molested by a teacher when she was in school, it was like elementary or middle school, and that later that teacher was arrested and charged with child pornography. That story was not true, and the teacher is now deceased, and the family has been dealing with the repercussions of her allegation. I don't know. If you f with Trisha Paytas after this, I don't know if I could f with you, dude. Like, this is really bad. So Ethan says, your accusation did not line up with the evidence. I am still waiting for you to clarify. Ethan went out and he ended up removing the episode just because of the way that it was affecting the families. Trisha just goes, you can hate us. You know what? This statement is so funny to me because people love to do this when we watch interrogations. I already hate you. You don't need to give me permission to hate you. But the reason people do this is because they know that you already hate them and they want to have some power in the situation by being like, oh yeah, it's okay. You can hate us. You don't need to say that. I already hated you before you said that. So Ethan said, I owe you nothing. Fine. Oh my God. Okay. Ethan said, shame on you both. Guys, let's brace in. The title of this is Trisha Paytas losing it on Twitter after allegedly caught lying about her sexual assault experience. So once again, guys, what we are definitely going to experience here is somebody that the words they're saying hold no basis. They're irrelevant. They're not important. They don't even know what they're trying to say. They're just feeling a lot of things and trying to cover it up with strong emotion and passion to misdirect you to focus on the feeling so that you calm them down and you cater to them in their victimhood rather than actually trying to solve the situation like two adults.
I've done a lot of fucked up shit. I have done so much shit, but no one deserves this. If someone asks you to stop talking, I'm just stop talking. They won't stop. And it's not.
That's the most entitled shit that I've ever heard in my entire life. First of all, if someone asks you to stop talking, you just stop. If I'm talking to you, it means that I have something to say. And if I'm still talking, it probably means that you did something you don't want to hear. So no, you're not allowed to just jump in and say, stop talking, you're hurting me.
Because they believe in whatever. It's literally just because they have hatred. I'm getting it from you and Hila, and he's like, this is a private chat. I tried to call him as I record the call. Because I'm wanting him to know the distress that I'm in. And you know what they're going to do?
Where are the tears?
The whole video about this, put their ads in and their sponsors. For what? What is this?
Oh, we got one. There's one.
I am begging for it to end. This is too much. All of it getting brought up again and just Moses' ex is getting doxxed.
Are any of you guys buying this? I have to know because like we are so deep in PC culture sometimes that like sometimes people are still buying this. Y'all know right before this video, this is Trisha. Moses, what the did you clean out the cat litter? I have to film right now. No! That was literally Trisha right before she recorded this video. This woman was straight faced before this started, bro.
Ask you. I'm pleading. I texted Ethan and Hila. Please stop talking about us. They said in Reddit post. My mom is getting the cops called on her for something that they know nothing about. People are calling the cops. Please stop. I stopped. I apologize. I asked what they want. And they told me it's too little too late. I'm like, it's not. It's going to be too late when you just...
This is really interesting to me because, like, I want you guys to think of a time that you were upset in your life and you were legitimately crying and you were upset. I'm just realizing at this point, I've had different types of cries in my life. I've had this type of cry. This is the ranty, it's not fair, I'm upset, and I'm gonna just keep talking and letting it all out, and blah, 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 kind of cry. This is the, oh no, I lost control cry, and things aren't fair, and I'm gonna throw a tantrum. Like, it's a different type.
Well, I was fucking molested, and everyone is reminding me of that person's name and telling me to apologize. Oh my god, this person, oh my god, Boze is so falsely accused, and he's saying shame. Shame on what? Is it believe all victims or believe all victims except for Trish? Like, make up your mind. Oh my god.
Oh no, she did not just pull that card. She said, what is it? Believe all victims or believe all victims unless something. Okay, so if we're gonna play that card, what about the two women that accused Moses with text messages and evidence? And what about the other people that didn't provide those text messages but said that they had similar experiences? Which victims are we believing, Trisha? Just you?
Oh my god, where's the compassion? I stopped. Stop.
Oh my god!
Breathe.
Where's the compassion? The compassion? You mean, why doesn't everyone believe me?
Please. I said I would give back every penny I made on Frenemies, and I mean it.
No, you wouldn't. You spent it. You spent it.
I've never felt this. Because they don't care about the truth.
Also, yes, why did she post this?
My dad, just stop, please. I'm just pleading for this to all end. To begging. Because if the situation escalates and gets worse in any sense of the meaning of that, I just want people to know. I asked Ethan, Hila, and everyone at H3 to stop.
I was gonna guess it before, but she already said it. Did you guys guess that? I've asked them to stop. It's like she's trying to create this impenetrable wall. Like, it's like a gotcha moment, like where you can't say anything afterwards, right? But I think the best question there is like, well, why? Why do you need me to stop? We're in the middle of having an active conversation about something that's clearly hurting you, but it also hurt me. That's why I'm still here and I'm still involved. I'm just saying if you guys were in this situation. That's not fair to say, just stop. Is it, do you need some time to gather your words? Do you need some time and then we can talk again? It's not just I'm pleading you to stop because I'm losing now. That's not how this works. Not at all.
Because it is too much. It's too much. I get it.
Too much.
I get it. I'll breath this all of myself fine. But it's like, it's too much. I don't care if people think I'm acting or whatever. Straight up bullying and begging. And they have the power to, and just for everyone saying it's not them, I went straight to them. This is the first time we ever talked since any of this happened. I haven't heard from Ethan and Hila for any of this. And I went to them like pleading, and their reaction was like, no.
Take a shot every time she says pleading or stop.
Doing Frenemies was the worst mistake. Talking shit about anyone on the internet. I am so sorry because it is life damaging. It's life ruining. I can't monetize Twitter. There's no sponsor. There's no ads. I just want this out there. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing for me.
I mean, listen, I think that with these videos alone, we all felt like she was not doing okay. But, you know, I think the biggest tell that separates us all from Trisha Paytas, the biggest tell, I feel like so often people defend people that shouldn't be defended because they feel like they see a glimpse of themselves in that person or something. I ask you this. If you had an emotional breakdown like that, 1 in the chat if you would never post it, 2 in the chat if you would record everything that you just saw and say, you know what, the world needs to see this.